to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles as well as the elder bishops who labored to teach us this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing this word in truth, sincerity, and indeed. We are a branch of the branch of Great Millstone, Chicago, reporting live from the belly of the beast. Another week to give you some more of it. Whoever got it.
I got it. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old, both prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right, so hey, the same way that in all the past times, all the prophets, they always came to tell you the downfall of all of these great kingdoms that was around at the time. Whether it be the Assyrio-Babylonian Empire, whether it have been the Greeks, whether it have been the Romans, the prophets always told you that there was an impending doom coming. And how much more in this time where Babylon the Great is ruled. We're in that statue that's in Daniel the 2nd chapter. We are currently in the toes, man. And in that Daniel the 2nd chapter, he said Yahweh Shai is coming to crush those toes. And after that, it's going to be a kingdom ruled by Yahweh Shai that will never be broken, man. And it'll be an eternal kingdom ruled by the Israelites.
Here's the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be like the other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So Yahweh Shai is coming to take back everything these heathens have found. And it's going to last forever. No other kingdom is going to rule after this kingdom comes down.
And that's why the Lord said, if the brother could get what's that, Daniel, have you held into the thrones cast down. And that's why the scripture says, Lord of lords and King of kings. Okay? And like the brother just brought out, the Lord is going to come and take the kingdoms, the crowns off of the take the crowns off of the other empire's heads, the other king's heads. This is the book of Daniel chapter 9. This is the book of Daniel chapter 9. I can hear through the thrones to pass down, and the ancient of days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and their hair of his head were like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flames, and his wheels as a burning fire. Yeah, just that first part where it says, I beheld until the thrones were cast down. All right, that's a future prophecy. All right, and the thrones will be cast down under Yahweh Shai. All right, when the scripture speaks about Michael and his angels versus Satan and his angels, that's going to be the turning point of the transitioning of the empire switching, the kingdom switching, from Esau to Yahweh Shai's kingdom. All right, World War III. All right, that's when the Lord is going to take down all these crowns. All right,
this is the book of Revelations 19 and 12. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. Right, Yahweh Shai is coming back to what? Ultimately, what? To take down these kingdoms, man. You know, take down their rulerships. Hey, starting with Esau, Edom, man. You know, hey, Moab don't got next, Elam don't got next, man. What? The Israelites got next.
Yeah, and this is the beginning of Esau's empire falling. All right, somebody can get with that Psalms 51. He said, I will set them up before thine eyes. This is the beginning stages of the beginning of the end, brother. The beginning of the end, yep. That's right. The end of the end. If a brother can get that in Psalms.
This is Psalms chapter 50, verses 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself.
Yes, and this is directly talking to the Edomites, beginning with the elites. All right, the Lord been keeping silence by not judging this place yet. In fact, the scripture says in Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, though wickedness executed speedily. All right, if brother want to jump and get there real quick.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Yeah, so the Lord gave this devil time. All right? In fact, he said he had a little season. He's loose for that little bit of season. Well, now the doors is closing on the empire of Esau. All right? In the beginning stages is the Israelites waking up. All right? Go ahead with that Psalms.
It says, but I will reprove thee
And this is Esau's approval. By saying blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, Spics, niggas, blackbacks, drunken Indians, continue being in captivity. This is in the sense of treason. Your slaves is coming against you. You know? Yeah, it's the uprising, man.
But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
And this is what you see when it's known as the tabernacle of David.
Right?
You seeing the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans coming together under one banner, which is Yahweh Shai. All right? Because for so long, what they did, Psalm the 83rd chapter, they wanted us separated. Right? But now the Spirit, we're coming back together. This is what the disciples was asking Yahweh Shai in Acts the 1st chapter. When now is the time to restore the kingdom unto Israel. This is that restoration when the southern and the northern kingdom comes together. This is all you see right here. The southern and the northern kingdom. So this is the mark and the stamp on the end of Esau. Right?
Psalm 50:21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was all together.
What he kept silent with the crack in the 80s, the syphilis, the cancer, the smallpox, the medium, the black exploitation, all the things that this devil tried to do to get Jake to stay asleep. The Lord kept silence. But now, by the way of the spirit of his mouth, by the way of the prophets, by the way of the spirit of the mouth of his prophets, is bringing down this empire. All right?
Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself.
Right?
But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
That's it. And you can see it. Right? Revelation 11 chapter.
Got that right here.
You know? Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 8. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Just jump to 11.
Go straight to 11 times. This is the book of Revelation 11 and 11. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
That's how you know it's talking about this place. And that's how you know it's talking about the Edomites. Because it says Sodom and Egypt. Babylon, the only place that declared that sin is Sodom. You know that's in there. Egypt. You know that's in there. You got Egyptian obelisk in your nation's capital. You got Egyptian pyramids. You got the Eye of Horus on the back of a dollar. What else is this talking about? Go ahead. We're talking about America. Go ahead.
Where also our Lord was crucified.
Right, so how could the Lord die in two places at one time? How could anybody die in two places at one time? It's talking, it's figuratively speaking, prominently about America. This is mystery Babylon the Great. And when it's speaking about that crucifying, the crucifying is exiting out Yahweh Shai, right? By calling him Jesus, right? Saying he came to save everybody. Right. Yep, by saying he came to save everybody. A name is a reputation. Yep. They put almost this garbage on the Lord's name. Yep, that's right. That's how they crucified. They X'd them out.
Continuing, Revelation 11 and 9. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry.
And that's the time when we was in captivity, right? They had something called lynching postcards. They made merry because they finally got the Israelites. All right? What you people don't understand is the elites of this world, they understand who the chosen seed are. And they rejoiced over us when they finally had us in their claws. Psalm the 83rd chapter. Okay?
And they still got us in their claws.
And they still, yep. That's part of one of the reasons in Revelation the 18th chapter, on them being destroyed, it says, for slaves and souls of men. All right? Go ahead.
Continuing on, and shall send gifts one to another.
Yep.
Because
the souls of men right there, the gifts to Israelites. Right? All right, they sent you natives, they you Latino niggers right over there to the eastern part of the world. Yep. While they were sending you Negroes, you blacks, to this part of the world. Yeah, when you was the gift. No, go ahead. Yeah, when Cristobal Colon came, he was sending the Northern Kingdom over there to Cesare Borgia's father, Rodrigo Borgia. Okay?
They were being taken from here, and they were being shipped off over there to Spain.
Yeah, it was I'm trying to remember the part of Spain. Seville, Spain became the reverse slave capital of the world. All right? This is Exodus 21:16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
And when you go into that word hand in the Hebrew, it's Yad, which means power. We're in his power. We got birth certificate, that's under his power. We got a UCC creditor, we got a strawman, we got a social security number. We in the devil's power right now.
State ID.
A state ID, you got to get licensed. We in his control right now.
And soon to be a digital ID.
Right.
Just go segue into the MOTV.
They're even to the point where now they want to, they're trying to make it where you have to get almost like a passport situation to travel even within the states.
Yep.
So right now you could buy a ticket and go fly to New York. You can buy a ticket and go fly to LA, go fly to San Francisco, whatever. But they're trying to do it now to where you can't even do that. Right. All right. So this, and they're about to hand over the power of America to the WHO. Yep. All right. You gotta understand that's a very dangerous thing to do. All right. And it's handing over the power because you gotta law this land, which they don't have power anyway. All right. And now they want to put you under the rule of people that aren't even from here. I mean, for example, you know, the Israelis get reparations, right? And the shit that happened to them didn't even happen in America. But yet they get the reparations from America. Exactly. Think about that shit. Okay? And that's what's got all them, exactly. Because they can see how the decline in their lifestyle. And then they've already admitted Esau can't have that. They've already admitted that the migrant situation has definitely increased the joblessness and the loss of jobs here. All right, the dude, not the Fed chairman, but one of them guys that worked for the Fed, he kind of admitted that. He didn't even want to admit it, but he got cornered on it. All right, and he kind of had to admit it.
This is Matthew 12 and 25.
And fuck you people at Google, YouTube who wouldn't let me go live on any of my channels. Because is that what live?
Yep.
Yeah, they keep blocking every time it goes live. They keep saying YouTube failure, YouTube failure, YouTube failure. No matter what channel I go to.
This is Matthew 12 and 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. In every city or house divided against itself shall not stand.
They shall not stand. And look, I just watched a video about 3 days ago with Lynette Zane. If you don't know who Lynette Zane is, I highly suggest you look her up and watch her. All right, and her breakdown on the financial situation that's going on here in Babylon. And she basically showed you the chart where the Fed had the chart and that the dollar was almost at zero. And that right now, the dollar is worth a little bit more than 3 cents. And that it's going to completely collapse. That's why it costs so many dollars to buy. Look, like you buy old school cars. The average old school car in pristine condition, you can get anywhere from between 10 grand to 30 grand, depending on the make of the car, model of the car. Now cars that was 10, 15,000, they asking 30, 40,000. Nigga, I can get a new car for that. All right? New cars. The prices are through the roof, and what you got to understand is that the dollar is so weak that it takes more dollars to buy the same shit. Right? That's what's happening. The people who keep talking about, you know, how prices are going up. No, prices aren't going up. The dollar's going down. There's a difference.
Which causes hyperinflation.
And that's what she warned about, because she said it's coming, and it's going to come. She said it's going to come right after the election. They're going to hold off. And I'm thinking to myself, when I'm listening to her talk, and she's giving all these scenarios, and she said, yeah, right after the elections, right after the elections, all right, that they expect hyperinflation to kick in full and America to really have problems on the streets and everywhere, all right? But then I said, wait a minute. If that allowed that to happen, if they will not just let the dollar crash, they need an event.
Right.
All All right? They needed because I kept naming the sit down alive. Diddy is a distraction. The algorithm must have picked up on that shit, like Yashrala said, especially when they saw it's my channel. They said no, they would not let that shit go through. It's a distraction because they want to distract from the real shit that's going on. Because we got a question: what about Epstein's list and all those A-listers and all those politicians that are on the list? What about that list? Kevin Spacey and Tom Hanks. Right?
Meek Mill, he proposed a question and he got scoffed by a bunch of dumbasses for it. He said, it's funny how all these CEOs step down right now, man.
Yeah, they all stepped down as soon as Diddy. All right? They stepped down because look, Diddy is a small fish in a big pond. Now, he may be a billionaire, but the billionaire's big in my world, but in the trillionaire's world, he's nothing. You know? Matter of fact, in the trillionaire's meet, he over in the corner somewhere. You go sit your ass down in that corner.
You might get him the call.
Right. That's Lynette saying. Subscribe to Lynette saying, and you'll constantly have information that you can use to edifying video. But nevertheless, she said that this thing is over. This woman has been in finance since the 70s, man. Since more than you have been. A lot of people standing here and people on the comment board have been alive. This woman been dealing with currency. So she knows her shit, right? Now dealing with Esau, he cannot allow the dollar to just fall because then it's his fault. All right, he's going to need a false flag event, a terror attack, some more Diddy shit, a pandemic. He's gonna need all these extra shit. So that's gonna happen before the election. We are really on borrowed time here. Well, Americans, because we're looking forward to it. Hey, I want this shit to start today. Right?
This is the book of 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, let Satan should get an advantage of us, but we are not ignorant of his devices. And right, man, everything the distractions that's in the news right now, man, Esau is using this as a cover-up of what's really going on.
Yeah, you got the small hats, the JOOs, blowing up people's phones, civilians too, and now even pages and phones. All right, and a bunch of people got hurt, and these were not. A lot of non-combatants got hurt. Now if somebody had did that to them, if someone had blew up the pages and phones of Israelis, they'd be trying to drop bombs on whoever did it. All right, they would be dropping bombs. You best believe it.
They showed you that in that movie Jackpot with John Cena and the Asian bitch.
Yeah.
They was in a fucking escape room. And he was like, man, I need you to do something, call in something. And all their phones started blowing up. Like in their hands, man. Check out that movie Jackpot. It's on Netflix, man. They showed you that shit.
There it is, man. And I think that some of the people that they targeted phones blew up in London. So they weren't even in Beirut. So, if you make phones blow up here, so what that's telling you is that all of our devices can be used as weapons. And they watching us. Matter of fact, I just left mine in the damn bathroom in a pizza spot and went back and got it. The Lord is with you.
As you went to the Batman one with the Joker, he used the phones as a sonar device and he could see where everybody was at.
Yeah, it is.
Lucian Fox. Attorney. Morgan Freeman, he played that character.
Yeah.
They use their phones as devices in the movie Kingsman too. That's what they use to turn their ass up.
Yeah, that signal went through. So there it is, man. So we know that this is going to be a part of it somehow, some way. But nevertheless, man, you're going to have mad issues more than likely before this election kicks off.
Exactly.
All right, so either way it goes, before the election, after the election, we're looking at a short period of time before all hell breaks loose. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15, and now I start to verse 14. At verse 14, it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another."
Yeah, exactly. And then when that happens, you're going to find out too that the left and the right hand side been playing y'all all along. Then all of a sudden you're going to see the bird. See, you've been seeing the wings. We've been telling you that the right hand side, the Republicans and the Democrats, all right. I wish I could claim that. I heard a fag say that a long time ago. But the Republicans and the Democrats, now you're gonna finally get to see the hateful bird in this world. And you're gonna see, and people are gonna find out that you've been arguing with your family members and friends and separated from your family and friends, all right, over bullshit. You've been getting played the whole time. You're gonna see this right, that them two wings on the same damn bird.
I got that picture.
Bring it out, brother.
This is Revelation 13 and 11. And I behold, this is Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had two horns like a lamb. And he spake as a dragon. Right? Now when you go into it, originally it's dealing with the Roman Empire and the plebeians and the patricians. Right? But now today it's dealing with the Republicans and the Democrats. And they speak as a lamb in a sense of they're going to be for Democrats. We for everybody. We for the people. Republicans. We for the people. Make America great again. Right? But they speak as a dragon, which is draconian. Like the elder said, they're going to need some type, no matter who the fuck get in. Hold Kamala Harris or grab him out of Pussy Trump. You know what I'm saying? No matter if the right wing or the left wing get in there, they both speaking as a dragon because inwardly it's for an agenda. Inwardly they're going to pass some laws, draconian laws, all right, which is going to be harsh laws for the world.
Yeah, and see the thing, Trump is trying to cut off power from the EU and NATO. And Kamala, everybody came on to Harris and Waltz. They want to hand over American power to the EU and NATO, to the UN, United Nations. Because that's what they're trying to do. Because Trump came in and struck down all that new shit when he was in office. And they're trying to put the power of America back into the World Health Organization. So that they could demonize people who don't want to take the Band-Aid. Right? If you don't want to take the Band-Aid because it's like I'm not sick, well, I want to take a Band-Aid because I'm not sick. All right, well, you need to take the Band-Aid anyway. But I'm not sick. Well, we know you're not sick, but it's going to prevent you from getting sick.
You're still going to get sick. You're still going to
right,
get
then
sick.
you take the Band-Aid, you get fucking sick.
All right. We never said the way you're going to get sick. We said the way stop you from getting less sick.
Right.
And like that one girl you sent, that pretty chick, took two of the Band-Aids and she like all blue and her eyes were like closed. She looked like she was about to die.
Looked like she caught the flops.
I was gonna say, so I was the other day, probably like a week or two ago, I was talking to my mother and my father-in-law, and they were sitting there having, mind you, I told both of them when it all happened not to take the Band-Aid, right? Now they was sitting there having a conversation amongst each other, talking about, I just regret it so much. I took the Band-Aid, and as soon as I took it, I got sick. Then my father-in-law was like, yeah, I took it, and I was in bed for like 3 days, fucked up. Couldn't even walk. I stood up and passed out.
Niggas off his hill.
Niggas out here fucked up off that shit, man.
Yeah, and the sperm of all those people is all fucked up in their rods. They're already attacking your rods anyway with all the chemicals. But if you took the Band-Aid, it's really attacking you, right? And now to the point to you that even have people on their dating apps. At first they made a big deal if you had the Band-Aid, they didn't want to date you. Right. Now they hunting for men who didn't have the Band-Aid. Now they won't untake the sperm now. Okay? And look, so if you're abroad and you took it, you just fucked. Because now it's turning out that people took the Band-Aid, right? That they got the HIV, they got all kind of shit, man. Right? And so a woman, because that's another thing. All these cases of the HIV went up, and what the one thing that they all had in common? They all took the Band-Aid, right? Just like all the other injuries, people that was myocarditis, all the people that was, deleted this suddenly. What was the common denominator? All the above, A, B, C, and D. they all took the Band-Aid, right? And so you got some people that's trying to get into office that want to turn American power structure over into the hands that people want to make everybody take the Band-Aid.
And that's going to lead up to the Quran.
And that's going to, the first that's going to lead to the QQ. Because yeah, because you know, these Southerners and all these states with these militias in it, you know, they not going. They're not going. That's going to be the last straw, man. They're not going, especially when you come. Another thing that Kamala Harris is saying that she said that she wanted to visit. She wanted to do a storage check on all the legal gun owners. What the fuck you need to see is a legal gun owner storage check?
Trying to take the guns from
What the fuck? What? Huh? Why? They're legal. You know?
They don't want you to fight back.
That's like, right, so that's like saying I want to check in on all married couples. Why? You want to see how they fucking? Well, what are you trying to see? You know?
And that, you know what? That's why they set up these stage attacks with these guns, with these shootings at high schools and shootings at schools, because what they're going to do is bring in a law. That's why Isaiah 10 says what it says. Wants in their decree on righteous decrees. They set up events and stage events for kids getting shot at schools, and they let them get shot. It was something that happened maybe a year ago where the police was outside during the shooting, and the parents was outside crying and saying, "Go in the fucking building."
Yeah,
the building.
you have the parents running in there, putting their lives in danger.
Yep.
And the cops all behind the car.
And that was a real event.
You know?
Yep.
You go.
Yep.
Bring it out, brother.
I got Isaiah 10:1, the elder call for this book of Isaiah 10:1. It says, "One to them that decree on the righteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed."
Yep, and that goes right back to Revelation 13 and 11. It's because through the draconian law measures, they're going to write grievousness that they prescribe. See, that pen is witchcraft. They can sign anything. The presidents is puppets. So whether Kamala get in, Trump get in, whoever get in, you still got that elite that's bringing things down that they just sign it.
Right.
Passing it up, passing it over.
And any president that wants to stand up and be rah rah rah, America rah 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 the Constitution. And you remember Lincoln and JFK. All right, that's exactly what happened with them. They went against it because people think that Lincoln got killed. You know, that they took him out freeing the slaves. You know, that wasn't why. They were trying to start. Paper money back then, and Lincoln wasn't going. He said, "No, go and silver." And they was like, right, exactly. Okay, I'll tell you what I just found out, and I was shocked when I learned this. I don't know how many of you learned this. This is how Esau. Somebody get Sirach 10 and 8 on that. I got it right up. But we all know who the Black Mamba was. Right. Everybody knows who he was, man. Yep. One of the greatest ever, man. Yeah. Anybody to argue that? Well, number 2. Yeah, he definitely one of the greatest ever. Wherever you want to place him, when you say he one of the greatest, he definitely was one of the greatest in that sport. Turns out that a big drug company was trying to sell a product with the name with Black Mamba. And this man said, "No, that's my nickname. I knew that I use that name in my sports, in my products, you know, and I don't want my name associated with a drug company." All right? He was in that meeting. Okay? I think it was 2 days later he got on that helicopter. And somebody, when he left that meeting, right, make it look like an accident. Right? And hey, look, and they might have called Hitler. Right? Because when you need somebody gone, don't nobody do it like Hitler. All right? Hillary, you know, she make that phone call, boy. People just come up, done, dead.
See your boy Jeff Epstein.
Right? Yeah.
He got him smoked.
Proportionally, but more than likely it was him. Right?
As soon as he got smoked, I said, yeah.
But it turns out, if those of you who didn't know, that he had just had a meeting with them, and he denied allowing them to use his name, to use that name legally. And next thing you know, the helicopter he was on went down. Right? Same way that when the Titanic went down, all the bankers on it that was opposed to the Federal Reserve, they were all on that ship. Right? And the people who, it just so happens, people own the Federal Reserve. He stepped in, he said, I need volunteers. You know, all the soldiers on the line, this is a dangerous mission, soldiers. There's no guarantee it's going to come back. I need volunteers. Right? And all the Rockdowns stepped back and left everybody else up.
Got it, go.
Right. That's pretty much what they did.
Yep.
So that wasn't my, that, you know, if we think that was just a coincidence, right? Here's the book of Psalms, I love the way the brother 3. did that. In verse 3, for I was envious of the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. But there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued as other men. Therefore pride compasseth them as a chain, and violence covereth them as a garment. And they will violently take your shit away from you. If you read that Sirach, bring it out, brother.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
And so that's how Esau gets his shit. And in this case, with that whole black mama thing, they caused an injury. Right? They got ransacked. Make sure that there was one less heir. You know, for his shit to go to. All right. So, so you're not gonna let us use that name? You really want to do this? Right. And they had his ass disappear, man. He met. How did that dude, the warrior, see when he got Cyrus had an accent?
Yeah,
That nigga right there. Little snake ass nigga. He just liked doing things like that. You ain't seen the movie, that's why they ain't laughing.
Sirach 10 and 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. But Esau.
Coming over everything. You know, coming over the world. Go ahead.
For such a one setteth his own soul to sell. Because while he liveth, he casteth away his bounds.
Yeah, no, that's good. Esau is a covetous man, right? He's covetous. When he see, he'll have everything and still want what you want. You know, one of my favorite movies, man. You ain't seen it, you're going off. It's a Count of Monte Cristo. That's a total Jacob and Esau story, right? And the chick Mercedes, that was a badass woman. Never seen it in another American film at all. From what I understand, she's popular in the portion of Asia that they call Europe. But nevertheless, she told Fernand, it was Fernand and Dantes, right? And she told Fernand that she remembered when they were little kids, right? And Fernand was a rich kid who got a pony for his birthday, right? There's very few people in this life that get a pony for their birthday, a whole fucking baby horse, you know, or a little horse, whatever, right? Fernand got a little whistle, right? The poor kid, but they were best friends, and he said you were so jealous that he was happy with his whistle, you know, and it was like, and that's Esau. He'll have it all, but you know what? It's like you said earlier, Murph. You can't bring the Lamborghini into the club.
Yeah, that's right.
If you don't understand what I'm saying.
That's right.
But Jake got something about us that they ain't got, right? I may not pull up in a Lamborghini, but I got something that you can never have, right?
It's the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
There it is, man.
When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence.
They covet field, they want what you got. All right, they stand in evil spirit, right? Except in this case, they raid. Because we about to spend Red's money. You know, Chris, right? Man, Red about to get his money spent, his chain took, his bike took, all that. Right?
They covet fields and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage.
They even take your heritage from you, man. They stay making movies and cartoons and series about the Vikings. The Vikings were not white, man. Stop. All right. You know the how many of you saw the video that I did this morning? Anybody seen it yet? Going on. But at the end of the video, there's a whole like 10-minute video section of the video where there's nothing but rabbis calling white Christians and Christianity Esau Edom. There's a whole Esau became Edom. And Edom is Rome. And Rome is now America. And America will be destroyed. Hashem, this is what these are rabbis. So I'm like, well, damn, where are these Christians at? It's constantly coming against the gospel, coming against the Hebrew Israelites. Where you at, Focan? All right? How y'all just gonna let all these rabbis talk shit about white Christianity? They call y'all Esau and Edom. And y'all going into slavery and y'all will be destroyed. This is what they saying. Nobody said shit. When we said, you know, they going to fucking labor. Fucking baby. All right, they start to pussy hurt. You know, they go straight travail, man.
Can't be them niggas sticks wetbacks on the porch.
Can't be them.
Can't be them.
Right? But these rabbis, a whole collage of them, man. Rabbi after rabbi after rabbi after rabbi after rabbi. Right? They said it.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. It says, behold, the soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Yea also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Never keep it at home, who enlarges desire as hell and as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heap unto him all people.
So keep going.
Break it down, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, to now.
Shall not all of these be taken up a parable against him, and attorney a proverb against him, saying, woe, unto him increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that leadeth him into, with thick clay. Shall they not rise suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be the booties of them. Unto them. Because thou hast spoiled many nations.
Well, go back up real quick, because you got to break all that down. Go back up to 4.
Go back up to 4. Okay. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, right? But the just shall live by his faith. Well, Esau was made to be the wicked. You know, so the Lord is saying that his soul, he's a wicked man. He can't do right. It says, yes, yea also, because he had transgressed by wine.
It's philosophy.
It's philosophy, right?
It's witchcraft, it's sorcery. That's him transgressing by wine. Hey, that's why when you read the book of Revelations, it says, for all nations have become drunk off the wrath, earth, wine, and of fornications. Right. And you naturally connect, or you can't drink fornication. Right. Whether it's idolatry, or whether it's you physically committing adultery. Why does it say the nations have drunk from the wine of the wrath from fornication? This is figuratively speaking. It's his doctrine. Right. It's philosophy. That's why the scriptures say the whole world went pouring after the image of the beast. Right. That's the Edomite way of life. Yep.
It says he's a proud man, never keep it at home. That means that he has military bases all over the world.
AFRICOM, NORTHCOM, all over. And it's the same exact, if you want to link that with Rome, because Rome was spread thin. All right, when you do the history of Rome, Rome had the Romans scattered all over the known world.
Roman legions everywhere. As a matter of fact, that in that same video I was talking about, one of the rabbis, while he was talking, was rocking back and forth. He's so used to humping that wall. All right, he's talking, sitting in the chair, like you ain't at the wall. Relax. Right. But nevertheless, man. It is. It's copulation. They're like humping the wall. But that wall is not, the Wailing Wall has nothing to do with Solomon's temple.
Not at all.
You can look this up. The remnant, that wall, that was left of Fort Antonia, named after Mark Antony. That's what that wall is. The Bible clearly tells you that there will be no stone left. There's nothing left of the temple. Right? It was completely destroyed. That wall is what's left of what was once a Roman legion. I think it was the 10th Legion that they had housed in Jerusalem. Why? Because they never keep it at home. They always had a Roman garrison somewhere, you know, and it's the same shit to this day.
But that was one of their mottos, that the shadow of Rome is vast. And what's the shadow of Rome? It's what? It's army, it's military. And just like what made America, one of the things that made America great was its infrastructure too. And that's what made Rome great. But they had the Appian Way, things like that. Because they had the Senate House. That this is Rome 2.0. But go ahead, but they got the same MO. The shadow of Rome is vast. He enlarges his desire at hell, not to keep it at home. It couldn't be no other place. Any way you want to slice it, no other place.
Hey, you know this is wrong, man. When I lived in Northern California, when I was stationed at a couple different places. But when I was at a naval weapons station, one of the ways to get there, there's a couple different ways to get there. Leaving San Francisco, and if you went up 80, you hit the Appian Way. Right?
Damn.
And you hit the Appian Way once you pass the town of Hercules.
It's Rome.
You can't get around right, you couldn't exactly. So you know that this is Rome, Greece, all that rap, all over. And peace.
It's the book of Malachi 1:4. It says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord Yahweh of hosts.
And how did he build the desolate places? By making replicas of Rome and Washington, D.C. If you get, it's a book called The Secret Architecture of Our Nation's Capital. And that whole layout is Roman layout, but it goes back to a lot of witchcraft and sorcery. But the whole layout is Roman style architecture.
Yeah, and even in all the big cities.
Yep.
There's places like that all over Chicago, all right? All over New York, all over San Francisco, all the bigger cities. You're gonna find buildings that are built like those that are in Rome. Most of their museums and their courthouses all have high pillars and groves at the top. No matter where you go. I saw them in Cleveland. Right? I saw their courthouses and their legal buildings, and they had all them pillars, the groves at the top of them. You can't get around this truth, man. You cannot.
It says, they shall build what I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, because for everywhere Esau Edom goes, he expresses philosophy, he expresses democracy to these different nations.
That's right. And a rabbi said that for doing that, Esau, he can't be going. That's how he said it. Esau, he can't be going. Right? They have spread their wickedness around the world. But Hashem is going to destroy them. That's what the rabbi said. Good call.
All right? Remix on GMS.
I know, pretty much.
That nigga watched GMS and put
clearly.
his remix. That nigga might be a nigga, man. Talk about the East Side, man. How I feel. I'm serious, man.
He said that, yeah. And then the one of them said that, one dude said, you don't even have to be a prophet. Just watch the news.
Yeah.
This is the end. And Hashem comes back to a world that's ruled like Esau. So I'm like, vocab, where you at, man? How you gonna let them talk like that?
This gospel.
Right.
Like Dr. White, you gonna let them talk like that?
Right.
Dr. Brown, you gonna let them talk like that?
Right.
Where y'all at?
It says, the people against whom the Lord Yahweh has indignation forever, man. Right? Because ultimately, hey, what? We know that America is the second leg of Rome, man. What? Yahweh Shai is going to come back and take this so down.
speaking, now that dwells in the flesh of the rocks, his habitation is high, that sin in his heart, who shall bring him down from the ground? Notice why we're talking about the Father's mountains. When you go on Google, you type in Father's mountains, you see the small holes, the rooms that they place like that.
Right, and they read, read.
I think, yeah, I've been turning actually a little. I don't have the
Because the skyline is like mountainous ranges. It's like the hill.
you could. I mean,
You come in, you drive in, it's going down onto Illinois.
see if you can hear.
Illinois, you come off Ogden, you come off the E-way and you take Ogden.
I just hope it ain't
And that
all the noise
elevated road,
killing
and that elevated road kind of goes like this, and you're looking at condos and you know that are facing the road and stuff. It looks like you rolling through the mountains, and you can see the Edomites coming and looking out through the holes that they gave you.
Can you hear good?
They porches and the balconies. You driving right through them, even though you're on the road.
Okay.
All right, so they rebuilt those mountainous ranges, man. It's in their spirit. All right, and you look at the images of Mount Seir. All right, and then you look at their courthouses and museums, etc. All right, you just go over to the Field Museum. All right, and then you Google pictures of Mount Seir in Rome, and then while you're standing in front of the Field Museum.
Verse 4. Those thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
And they exalt themselves as the eagle. So that wasn't very ladylike. I looked up, she just hopped torn out the window. Oh, master, they're smoking a Newport.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
No, yeah, it's bigger woman. Right. You know it's a Newport too.
100.
And she get it like this.
That's something in Israel.
Newport like a dude. She did. Nah, not like that. Yeah. Like a soldier.
It's wicked equal like.
Yeah.
Wow.
They looking out the window.
Yeah.
Looking crazy, man.
You murder at the redhead. Come on, man. Wash your teeth first.
Pork!
Right, because she gonna cook you bacon in the morning.
Crazy.
Somebody.
Those thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and set down the nest among the stars. This will I bring you down to the earth.
Right, man. You gotta remember, man, in 1969, Esau went into the heavens and lied about the moon landing. I was looking at the moon last night, glowing and hot. And like, look, man, you look at, you know what? Could you imagine how hot a street lamp is?
Exactly.
All right, a street lamp. You touch the street lamp, you're gonna live all your top layer of skin on that motherfucker. You're gonna have a 3rd-degree burn for sure. All right? But you're gonna land on a gigantic light big as the fucking light. When you
Why
look
you
at
ain't
that,
go
walk
back?
around.
Come on, why you ain't go back? The technology. Right. Oh, see, they showed a picture of the
No,
landing.
you know you're gonna land on a light. We all know, look, if you ever look, now they might have some new fancy light bulbs, but a typical light bulb, all right, when the light bulb's been on, and you just go grab the motherfucker, will burn the shit out. You gotta let it cool out. You gotta turn it off and let it cool. And it cools down pretty quickly. All right? Well, you gotta put on some gloves or a towel or shit and unscrew it and take it out. You just can't. Like I said, a fucking. We're talking about a light by night, as the Bible says. It said two lights, one for the day, one for the night. So basically, a night sun and a day sun. The moon is really a nighttime sun. It's so that it won't be complete darkness at night, to where it will be can't see your hand in front of your face, darkness. All right, and I don't know if you've ever been in that type of darkness. I have. All right, and it's scary as fuck.
I had too.
It ain't
me and y'all off in the woods.
Yeah.
Anybody drive me and y'all off in the woods.
That's what I'm talking about, boy. When you in the fucking jungle, man.
You just hear shit.
All right, yeah.
Nothing else happening.
The shit crawling around, and then it's shit in there that'll completely fuck you up. You can't even see it to get out of its way. All right, but the point is, man, you're gonna land on a hot ass planet-sized light.
Liar.
Not happening, dog.
It ain't happening, man.
It ain't been back since.
And right, and then their own science book said that they can't pass the Van Allen belt, and no human can pass the Van Allen belt. And then they try to make excuses how they got past it. Wait, but it says right here in your book, hey, so and so. It was right there in the NASA science book.
how no human being can survive the Van Allen belt, but yet you pushing the moon landing. And you have to go through the Van Allen belt to get to the moon.
Right.
What was it? What?
And on top of that, you had to do recording of land on the moon. How the fuck he get there first?
It's like the Italian dude,
I
man.
watched the video of it. It's so funny. They had a meme. They said they said the older people in my family can't tell me shit. The fact they believe it.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
put the American flag waving on the moon.
Yeah. There's no wind.
Nigga called the landline.
And then he called a landline, not a cell phone. Yeah, but he called the.
Yeah, the eagle is landing. Yeah, the eagle landed.
There's a video going around social media. There's a guy, anybody with a Bible, and we know he has to swear on the Bible. He's going around saying, swear, put your right hand on the Bible.
Yeah, I seen that.
And say that you landed on the moon.
That's right.
They all got mad and walked on, tried to fight him and talk shit and walked on.
That's right.
Do it to everyone.
Wow.
I seen that video.
Yeah, then they show you the uniform and the damn footprint don't match the boot that he's wearing. I said, well, this is the official uniform, but the footprint he's showing. One small step for man. Right. So, yeah, exactly. No air and space, but the flag is just blowing in the wind. I guess they had that fan turned way up in the studio. Bring it out, brother.
Esau ain't even seen the whole ocean yet. Do you think he's gonna go into outer space?
Matter of fact, get that in Jeremiah.
Another planet.
And then there's another, that scripture saying stretches out the heavens like a curtain. That's in Psalms, right? Get those two scriptures.
Real quick, this is Psalm 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you can't believe anything that comes out this Edomite's mouth.
Stretch the heavens.
I got Isaiah 40:22.
Go ahead, brother. He got it.
This is Jeremiah 31:35. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divided the sea, the ways thereof broad. The Lord Yahweh most of his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, said the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, then the seed of Israel also will cease from being a nation before me forever.
Right. So the ordinances are still there.
Live forever.
All right?
And it show you,
So Esau is still there.
and it showed that the devil, I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
the devil is trying to blow up the moon, kill Gates, and something maybe like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. Oh, let's see if we can get to the moon. And they're literally trying to blow up the moon. It's really, they literally.
Trying to test the Lord.
Hey,
Trying to test the Lord.
Hey, they said that in the Mike Myers movie. One of the, I think it was the first one. Dr. Evil. And, what's his name? Tim, that one actor, Tim whatever his name, was playing the president. And he was like, when he was trying to ransom the moon, he's like, I'll blow it up. I've got nukes out the yin game. Can I blow it up? But you miss it. But you miss it. Yeah. So
They trying.
you can't put nothing past this devil.
They trying. And it's all to get rid of Slack. It's all to get rid of Israel.
Right.
That's the MO. You niggas don't know that. But see, with that, what he said, you gotta understand, we gonna be found in Esau's hand. With so long as you seen the stars, the moon, whatever, Esau not done away with, Jacob not done away with, and the Lord coming back. Exactly. Because they'll kick that bullshit. They say, well, the Edomites done away with. All nations still here. No, especially Edom. He has to be here. This is the second biggest one on the planet of the earth. The whole Bible is about Esau and Jacob.
That's right, exactly. But then there's Isaiah 63 a lot. Isaiah 63 ain't happened yet.
Isaiah 63, Isaiah 34.
Done.
All right. Ezekiel 14 chapter.
Second Ezra 6.
You know, y'all got a lot of holes in y'all doctrine, man.
I got no Ezekiel.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 4, verse 16. There is no end of all the people.
That's Ecclesiastes.
There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before him. They also that come after shall not rejoice in it. Surely this is also vanity and vexation of the spirit. Right? So all nations are still here to this day.
Now the Christian church, like Vocab, No Class, Haman, the Agagite, Malone, he tried to say that once he said that Edomites was done away with. But now they're trying to prove that Edomites can get salvation. Well, which one is it? Which one is it?
Which one is it?
I got something real quick. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Okay? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. And this is what you're seeing right now through the Spirit. Jacob's hand is holding on to Esau. All right? Which is a symbolism of bringing them down. Right? And that's what we're doing by the word of truth. Okay? And real quick, a brother can get imagination.
Yeah, they were grappling.
Yeah.
You know, I saw a lot of grappling today. All right? Saw a lot of Edomites, you know, didn't do so well. Right? But it's gonna, and some of the heathens was catching it too. But yeah, that time for the fight is almost over, man. Right? But you just read that you were 2nd Ezra. Who's getting something? I would say just go ahead and go to 26, 27. Okay. 27, 28. Okay. While you're there.
I'm gonna read verse 9 real quick. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
There it is, man. We're at the end of the age, man. The end of the eon.
That's right.
Ion, however you potatoes potatoes. That's right. However you want to pronounce it.
Jumping down to verse 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish.
And faith is flourishing because why? The awakening is happening.
Right.
Something that they don't, you know, never hear the fake Jews. I got to recant my statement. There's no such thing. They are, you know, that's something that they made up. So they are that. They can have that. They can be the ish all day long. All right? We're talking about the tribe of Yahweh. They're not that. They're not the ancient Israelites. Okay? They're not those people. And you never hear them talk about the prophecy of the awakening of Israel. And you never hear them talk about the prophecy of Edom, or Esau, Edom, taking the land of Israel in the last days. You never hear them mention. No matter how much talk points they have, you'll never hear vocab alone or any of these rabbis going to Ezekiel the 36th chapter. Nope. They avoid that chapter like the fucking plague.
Verse 28. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which has been so long without fruit,
right? So from the time of the Renaissance until now, there's been no truth in the earth. There's been no truth in the earth until Abba Bivens popped up on the scene. Right? And then he taught the men under him, and then the men under him taught our elders. Right? You even got, you know, those guys over there, I'm not going to say their name. Right? And all that's a result of the true men of the Lord pushing his gospel. Right? The truth coming back into the earth. Right? So even though their doctrine is completely fucked up at this point, they're still pushing Israel and who they really are. Hopefully they don't divert from that. All right?
And that's going to stay to Esau. Regardless, seeing this right here, this is terrifying. It's terrifying. Because they tried to stop it with black exploitation. They tried to stop it with the witchcraft, the backer, the pope. But before 2020. Yeah. You know? Crocodile. You call that shit that crocodile. Oh man, look at that.
Right. There was a couple swallows left. He's like, fuck that, I ain't going this shit away.
He got his same eyes. That's it. That's the speed. They got us fucked up, man. They didn't really look, man. The thing, that's why I said it does not happen. Somebody get that scripture. What it said, it does not happen under the heaven as it happened to Israel. Because what the elder brought out of what I'm saying is real, man. Nobody else survived it. Look, man, the 40-ounce academic, gangster rap, crack,
jail.
That St. Ives was some
Niggas,
powerful
man.
shit, man.
That
That St. Ives and that old English 800 got a lot of
Yeah.
niggas shot up.
Yeah.
And a lot
Yeah.
of niggas in car wrecks died.
that cocaine.
Yeah, man.
Jerusalem was destroyed. You know? Bring it out. You got it.
This is Daniel chapter 9, verse 12.
Gotcha.
And he have confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. And that's what the Heavenly Father, he did exactly what the hell he said he was going to do, man. So our people wonder why we're in such a fucked up condition. The Lord made good on his word. If you disobey me, I'm going to make you the bottom of the bottom, and I'm going to make you a cursed and unhealed people, man. It says,
It's like a new thing in a couple of years. Niggas. It's a new thing that these niggas been saying lately. Within maybe like 2 or 3 years, maybe 4. Is where was you know, we know his name is Yahweh Shai, but they say where was Jesus during slavery? Well, the universe tells you whatever a man sows, that shit he also reap. The universe tells you, so to speak, what the scriptures tell you, like that what goes around comes around. So the wickedness that we did, it came back and kicked our ass, and that was slavery. You gotta understand, we came into captivity because of our bullshit. And that's what we accepted in the spirit. Lucky how about shots. But these niggas they don't see that. Well, that's what Micah said. Micah man of the Lord. He said, as for me, I will bear the indignation. He said, these niggas don't think they do anything. Right? They never do. They never do. We admit our fault. They never do. No, this brother is
it says, for under the whole heaven have not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem. So under the whole heaven, man, northern kingdom gets it first, Judah gets it worse, man. All right, and when you look at the whole scope of things, ain't nobody got fucked over like we did, man. Hey, this man, he stole your heritage, man. He stole your customs. He stole your name. He tried to completely eradicate your relationship with God, man.
Right.
All right.
And then he turned, and then he gave the brothers, he gave the Israelites all pseudo names. And then he took the tribe of Judah and didn't give them a name, gave them a fucking color. He gave them a fucking color. All right. And the word, truthfully, is not even talking about color. All right. When you use that word black, it's talking about evil and ugliness and immorality and all kind of other shit. All right. It's not even talking about color.
Right. That's why the scriptures say, so great plagues they call peace. Our people to this day, I'm blacker than black and I'm black. You take pride in being wicked. You take pride in being devoid of light. You take pride in being all the fucked up shit that word represents.
It's attached.
My people.
That word. Exactly. That word is attached to a whole slew of negativity.
That's right.
And you know, it was an excerpt in Malcolm X that they took out the movie. Is when Malcolm X was Denzel was breaking it down.
Wait, they took it out?
They took it out. It was an excerpt at the ending of it.
Wow.
He broke it all down, and they took that part out of the movie.
Yeah.
You mean the part when the dude in the prison?
When he was when he
Took him to the dictionary?
Black, and he went to white. Yeah, they took that out. That wasn't in the movie. They took that part out the movie.
Yeah, that was a deleted scene.
That was a deleted scene. They took all that out the movie.
Yeah. It would have cost too much.
I saw that when I saw
That part.
So they took it out
Might have
later.
been
It was another part that they had took out.
You might have saw the director's cut.
Right.
Because they took that.
They took that out.
Okay.
You got that Edomite preacher too. You got that scripture I call for. Read that.
This is Baruch chapter 2.
Yeah, he told him, Salakia. He said, wait a minute, the 12 tribes of Israel was all black. It's right there in your book.
Yep.
All right?
He said they didn't look like white people. He said because he said at the picture on the wall.
He said, isn't it obvious?
Right.
You know, all the dudes in the class, shit, they looked at
They
the
didn't know.
preacher. They looked at the preacher.
Right. He said, well, shit, that's not what the book says. All right?
That went over
So
there.
it's bad when you call yourself a preacher and you get cut by a dude who's a Muslim with your own book.
Right.
Detroit Red.
Detroit
When a Muslim can go up to you and open your Bible.
Right. Cut your fucking
Right. And walk off.
That nigga had a perm.
He should have took off his little circle thing.
Right.
The announcement right there.
This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 1.
It's Saturn green. Go ahead, brother.
Therefore the Lord had made good his word, which he pronounced against us and against our judges,
that judged Israel. You see that? He said the Lord has made good his word. So backing up with the elder prioritizing what I'm saying. Well, was the Lord, he was making good on his word. That's what he was.
That's right. And against our kings, against our princes, and against the men of Israel and Judah, to bring upon us great plagues, such as never happened under the whole heaven, as it came to pass in Jerusalem.
Yeah, and had nobody ever taken, people by the millions into slavery and put them on ships and on horse carts or whatever and scattered them to the four winds of the earth. Right. That hadn't really happened to no people ever, right? Nope. And then went across the seas to get their relatives, other members of their tribe, to do the same to them. That never had happened to any other people. They came into the Americas and did the same shit to us.
Room 2 and 2, to bring upon us great plagues, such as never happened under the whole heaven, as it came to pass in Jerusalem, according to the things that were written in the law of Moses.
That's it. That's Deuteronomy 28:68. Deuteronomy 15 on down.
28:15 on down.
Yep, 28:15 on down, man. That's right. And this is why Wisdom of Solomon 5:1, Wisdom of Solomon 5th chapter, it says, we fools, we count it like madness. How is he numbered among the saints? All right? Because no way in any fucking mind thought that this would happen to you. All right?
Bring it up.
Let's talk the first one.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such have afflicted him.
And that's what we're doing now. And one of the brothers named Ezekiel, he says, prophesy, set your face against Mount Seir. That's what we're doing. Mount Seir is dealing with the Edomites, man. All right? Go ahead.
And made no account of his labors.
And made no account of his labors. Whether it's going to building up this God-forsaken place or this place. They ain't checking for this, man. And they still going to try the Lord's men. It tells you, I think it's Ecclesiastes, Wisdom of Solomon 2. They said, let's test that. They're going to let us see.
Let's see if you be the sons
Let's
of
see
God.
if you be sons of God.
And good, because they're going to find out.
They're going to find out.
Y'all clearly ain't it.
Let's go.
Right.
And the main guys that's going to fall victim to when those days come is them cats across the street.
Right.
Like I said, I've yet to see one video where chariots appear over Seir, over IUIC, or over any of these other groups, Wi-Fi. I ain't seen no videos where they all got their cameras up showing you the chariots. All right? It's like they don't get visited like that.
Well, those are the miracles
But it's happened a many a time to the men of Great Millstone. Many a video.
Verse 2. When they see it, they should be troubled with terrible fear.
Yeah, when they see it, they should be troubled with terrible fear. That's why they cutting our pages, right?
I couldn't even go live.
Yep.
And they gave me some bullshit excuse about YouTube is messing up. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
He live right now.
Yep.
Lying piece of shit.
Yep. Read it again.
When they see it, they should be troubled with terrible fear.
That's why they paying off some cats. That's why they paying off some guys, man. Because they're in terrible fear. They got to get that doctrine out the way, the true doctrine, and they got to get the name out the way. That's when you see what's going on with these other camps that's called Christos. All right? When they see it, they should be in terrible fear. Because, see, the elites know that this is their end. The elites know that they're going into captivity, man. If we getting dreams, them motherfuckers getting dreams. Them with the Rothschilds,
They get nightmares.
they get nightmares.
Sevenfold upon
All right?
sinners.
They waking up like the Undertaker in the middle of the ring.
That's why they scripture
All right.
say they lose sleep until they cause one to fall. They don't even want to sleep. They lose sleep until they want to fall.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Right, and amazed at the strangeness about salvation, which is being picked up in chariots, man. This is something that, now this is a heavy chapter. This is a heavy scene
And
right
what
here.
y'all just watched the video of how chariots shut down Chinese airports for 2 days, and they were trying to say it was what do you call it, drones. But it's like, wait a minute, the frequencies that they knocked the drones out the sky with didn't work on this thing, and these things were flying too high.
to be drummers. And it was messing up all the instruments and shit. And they had playing circling for hours and going to other places in China because basically Jerry's came and took over the airport and said, y'all ain't landing. They just came and just took over the airport.
And they were circling around.
And then they was like, wait a minute, can't no drone stay in the sky for 10 hours. You know, the drone, they said the most powerful drone only stay can stay in the sky almost an hour. Right? The weaker one is a half hour. Right? So even these powerful drones that they use for war, they got almost an hour's flight. They got to start heading back or they're going to fall out the sky. You're going to lose $1 million, you know? Exactly. But these chariots, they stay up in the air. Power, definitely.
Great power. It's the angels.
Right? They're the angels.
That's the strangeness about salvation, man. All right, when you see blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans getting lifted up, what's going to make it even more stranger? The scattered Israelites.
Yeah.
You're going to see some so-called Jews.
You're going to see the speckled birds.
The speckled birds get lifted up, man. That's going to be strange. But the world's going to know those are the sons of God.
It's going to be obvious because it's like, why these 4-5 white dudes getting beamed up with all these niggas and spigots?
Right.
It's like, wait a minute, they only take
going to be strange.
It's like, oh shit. Wait, I don't see no white people going. Oh shit, that's a couple right there. Well, why they get to go up?
Strange about salvation.
Because they ain't like you. They not like us.
Right. Go ahead.
So far beyond all they look for.
They ain't think about this happening. All right. They thought they caught all T's, dotted all their I's, that we would never wake up.
And they got Christians and thinking that we crazy. Because, my cousin woke up to this truth, and now he going through the same battles with my family that I did. And now he's starting to see, and now he mad as hell. Going at it with his sisters and shit, They say, oh, you fucking with him, he crazy. Because he wasn't there all them years ago at the famous Thanksgiving massacre when I annihilated my whole family with the scripture and fucked up their Thanksgiving. Then they were scared of me. It was like that. Well, we can't. This nigga whoop us. That wasn't, but even though I wasn't even on that, but that's how they feel. That's their mindset. They still think that, the me back in the world,
I told my family, if you try to kick it with me, I'm gonna whoop you. Just stay the fuck away from me. Don't ask me why I don't come around. I'm gonna beat you the fuck up if we alone. Just don't come.
There it is. Nevertheless, he's going through all that with them now. Right? Because he's watching the videos and he getting edified and then he getting mad. He calls me constantly getting text messages and videos, and it's like, but he's so excited but yet he's mad at the same time. And I told him, man, stop talking to them. It ain't for them. I said they heard this before you, man. Right. I said they ain't listen to me. What makes you think they gonna listen to you? You got it, bro.
Verse 3, and they repented and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometime in derision.
Now look at downtown. This is Jake in derision. Jake was drinking out that damn bottle, liquor bottle over there. You get Jake passed out over there. This is derision. They thought we were supposed to be like this forever. Look at Jake.
Yeah.
This get that
them niggas over there sleep.
Look at that. That's derision.
Whatever they drank or smoked, got him laid out, got him linked over.
There's 3 of them over there.
Oh shit, I thought he was a book bag.
There's 3 of them.
That nigga balled up.
There's 3 of them.
Bring it up, brother.
This is the book of Lamentations 2 and 15.
I thought he was a book bag. That nigga
There's 3 of them, cause look, there go Pops. 1, 2, 3.
This is the book of Lamentations 2 and 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty? The joy of the whole earth. Like, look at the state of our people, man.
Now what's beautiful is the fact that you see Edomites like that.
Oh yeah.
You see Ammon and Moab like that. You see Elam like that. I never saw homeless Elam. I never saw homeless Moabites. Now you got homeless Moabites, homeless Elamites. Right? I still ain't seen no homeless Ishmael. But well, hello. I Right? So they
Stank.
damn begging for curry.
Stank.
Damn. Living in tents along the lakefront there. Most of the people that's on the tents that's in Lincoln Park, those ain't niggas. Those are Edomites. Because they used to living up there and said, well, fuck it, I might as well be homeless. You know, I'll be homeless up here.
My area.
Right, because you got North Pond and South Pond. Right?
Lamentations 2:16. All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it. Right? Because all this started with Esau. They want to see our people destroyed. They want to see us completely eradicated.
They love to see you destroyed. They want to see you like that, or they want to see you with your shirt tied up in front.
Yep.
With some damn blonde, with some blonde shit in your hair. All right? Big as fuck.
Yeah.
All right? I was on YouTube, had two badass Northern Kingdom bras on the treadmill. All right? The swole dude walk up, get on the treadmill next to him. And they both like this. You know, he gets on the treadmill, and the girl starts letting, she pulls her hair tie out, and her hair fall down, pulled off her t-shirt, being her sports bra. All right? And dude look over her and twist up his shirt and start running. I was like, God, man. And they was like, they got off the treadmill and just walked away. Right? The Lord ain't ain't dealing with these people, man. All right? The Lord is not dealing with these people. That's why they're that way, man. All right? Bring it out, brother.
This book of 1 Maccabees 2:10. What nation have not had a part of her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? But all these nations had to turn and taking us down. That's not what the Edomites. You know? Hey, using us, taking our riches, our wealth. Hey, most importantly, taking the names of the Lord away from us, our nationality. You know?
It's the story of Lazarus. It's the story of Lazarus. They licked the swords. Okay? And the dogs licking the swords. That's the real breakdown. The nations taking advantage of the Israelites, man. Exactly. Not the bullshit that Bishop Nathaniel was talking about. He said that those was jakes.
Oh, yeah, let me get this out.
Yep, you got
the Lord made good on him putting a belt to our ass, so he's gonna make good on the get back.
All right.
This is start at 24.
This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 24. Like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation. For my power which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting.
Right, man. So hey, man, they see the captivity to this day. Like I said, they see us triple stacked up, off that shit, fucked up. They see our people complete sodomites. They see our people fully bought into this bullshit system that he created, that he knows is bullshit.
And it's so bullshit because now it's fucking him and his own people.
It's a beautiful thing.
Right? Because you see a whole lot of Edomites.
Right.
Yep. Just look at the videos of what's going on in Philly.
Kensington.
What's going on in Oakland.
Yeah, man.
All right?
They had a,
in San Francisco.
And they had a pop the balloon in Kensington. All the fucking junkies you be seeing over there and shit, you know, pop the balloon.
Yeah.
They had the fucking fiends doing the pop the balloon. It was all Edomites. It was funny as hell. I'll send it to you.
Wow.
Yeah. All this shit that fucked us up, man. That he liked to see. It's hitting him now. Go ahead, bro.
This is Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Right, drugs. Yep. All right, the drug use. All right, they got some new shit coming out every year. Child support, divorce court is tearing you fucking Edomites apart.
Yeah, it is.
It is beautiful, man. Yep. You losing every
And you know who walking out with that money?
Yeah, you got now
nigga like this.
Now you got
nigga flesh.
Now you got Edomite baby mamas now.
Yeah.
Edomite baby daddies.
Yep.
I even heard them using that term.
Yeah.
I heard some Edomite women talking about they baby daddy.
Woo. Yeah, man. Hey, man, I see Edomites. Hey, you knew the Edomite was done when you started calling each other niggas. All right? You were done, man. All right? When you started gangbanging in your little rural, country-ass, local towns, calling each other bitch-ass niggas, throwing up the brakes, doing all that shit. Niggas throwing up the brakes, calling each other bitch-ass man.
Some of them niggas take, though.
Yes.
Now, some of them niggas take, but
Some of them niggas
you
take,
all be
man.
on that, man.
But hey, man, you start calling each other niggas, wearing shiesties and shit, you're through, Esau. All right, go ahead. Yes. Going up the race, man. Gang banging for real.
Everybody
Fuck the thing.
Our children suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from Yahweh, for thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction.
And that's where we at. We see his destruction. Go ahead.
And thou shalt tread upon his neck.
Thou shalt tread upon his neck, man. Hey, that's the get back, man. We in the get back, so if the Lord make good on jacking us up, he's gonna make good on the get back. Man.
I got it real quick. It's Proverbs 26. This one with the Elder Bro Capo said. It's Proverbs 26. I think it said it's a rock too, but Proverbs 26 and 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. So that crap, that title, what is it, Title 4D?
Yeah, Title 4D.
That crap, so-called child support, Title 4D, that they made that for us. It backfired on them. They made gang banging for niggas. It backfired on them. All right? They made all this that you're getting on to eradicate you niggas. They made the hill, as the Elder Malcolm would call it, for niggas. It backfired on them. So they rolled that stone, and it's rolling back on them. The scripture I learned from this man a long time ago. Deuteronomy 30 and 7. The curses fall upon them. It's true. Go ahead, Warren. Do you have something?
It's Jeremiah 49, and I'm going to start at 10. It says, but I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places. And he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. So the Lord has uncovered Esau through the prophets. You know, he tried to hide himself as a white man, but the scripture said we're going to reveal him at the last trumpet. People will know exactly who this devil is.
Right, that's why he said how the things that Esau sought out. Through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shimon on shot.
That's right.
That's all I want to say.
That's right. It said, leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve thee alive, and let thy widows trust in me. So the Lord is making sure that the separation between the elect of Israel and the Esau and the rest of these heathen is the widows are going to know who we are. They drawing the Jake right now. You know what I mean? So they already know that the power of Esau is fading away. It's almost over for them. It says, for thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So now it's Esau's turn. Like the curse is passed on his ass. He's going to get back everything he's done to us. Double. He's going to drink this cup. Go ahead, Shalak.
Diego about to get released on his ass. Diego's time to purge. We're going to bring this now. We're going to wrap with this one. With that Isaiah 34.
This is the book of Isaiah 34 and 1. Come near ye nations to hear, and hearken ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it.
That means listen up.
It says, for the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
So the Lord has already destroyed these armies of the earth. All the mountains and hills. And in that same video I was talking about the rabbi said all the mountains, all the hills will be filled with blood. All right? And he's right. Mountains and hills represent big country to small country. Read.
Isaiah 34 and 3, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses.
Now the catch-22 for the rabbi is that he is also Esau Edom. He's exactly what he's accused in the other white folks of. Right. Go ahead.
And the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
It's talking about a mushroom cloud. Right. All right? Gigantic mushroom clouds everywhere. Go ahead.
And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth from off the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree.
Some trees already losing the leaves, man, because we are, coming in the fall. But go ahead.
Verse 5, it says, For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
So the missiles go up to the heavens.
The earth is a circle, right? So when some go out of the atmosphere on that circle, it come back down in the circle in its intended target, right? And it's coming down on who?
Upon Idumea.
Idumea. That is the Greek way of saying Esau, Edom. And that is the so-called white people, just like the rabbi said, who also is Esau. Go ahead.
And upon the people of my curse through judgment. It says, verse 6, the sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness.
Yep.
With the blood of lambs and goats. With the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahweh hath a sacrifice in Basra.
Basra was a key city in Edom. All right, so Basra is everywhere, every major place where Esau is today. Read.
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And all the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness.
Their power structures all coming down. Go ahead.
Verse 8 it says, for it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
For the controversy of Zion. That's why we come out with that sign. Right? And that's what the rabbis, they like to, and the Christians all alike, always want to come, they want to add the black in front of Hebrew Israelites. All right? It's just the Hebrew Israelites, and there is the controversy. They don't want to talk about that part. All right? They never talk about that part. That is scriptural. But there will be an argument, a controversy over who was Israel. They don't never want to talk about the awakening either, and that prophecy. All right, because according to them, they've always known, which makes them not fit the prophecy and waking up. Yeah. All right, hey, so the hell with these people, man. All right, and stop watching that Diddy shit. It's a major distraction. All right. So with that, I'll pray for you and honor be unto
Above the ball.
Got the water.